Kate.
Wonder Woman.
You know, you just said something, and I wrote here, it sounds like fiction, but it's actually a reality. I still cannot wrap my head around this thing you have said.
Yeah.
How I was going to be assassinated, and I because my neighbors helped me, the guy was beaten, take him to the proper agency and the authority, and I'm asked to take him to the hospital, feed him, take him here. It makes no sense. I am actually stunned, and I deserve an explanation, because to be honest, Bright, I cannot relate to it.
Benga, briefly, what's your take on that?
Okay, so first of all, allow me to, or permit me to say congratulations to the new IGP. I call him to this, a very finance man, and we believe very strongly that under his leadership, things will change. That's my belief system.
Okay.
We pray, oh Lord.
Yeah. My friend's daughter forgot her phone inside one of the kabus, one of the online cabs. I don't want to mention the name. And we called the office, and they said, oh, and they started protecting the driver. Where is your driver? He is working for your company. At the end of the day, okay, we should go and report at the nearest police station. We reported. I spent close to 200,000 naira giving this police. At the end of the day, she started cursing me on phone. How much did you pay me, sir? Is he the president that give me money? Is he Kiniko? How much salary they pay me, sir? So you see transfer of
aggression,
bitterness, transfer of poverty, transfer of poor service or poor maintenance of their lifestyle, you know. So it is not new, Bright, even though it's in different levels, you know. But I believe very strongly, listen, people without history have no future. When we fail to look back at what has happened to our great-grandfathers, we will automatically fail to deliver the future into the hands of our children. Okay. And this is a sample of it. How do you explain this in court? How? I can't relate.
Okay, briefly.
Well, you know, you titled this The Cost of Reporting a Crime.
Yeah.
And I looked at the gender relations. A man came into an apartment to assassinate a woman. Luckily, some people got together, they helped overpower the man, and in the process beat him. Of course, I will beat him too. People will beat him if it were in my neighborhood. And then we get to the police station and they tell me to go treat him first. I think that woman is extra courageous and long-suffering, like a lot of us Nigerians. I think and it's a good thing that we have the CP Lagos here with us to help shed some light on this. Like, how do you go through all of this after the trauma of knowing that you were about to be silenced for life?
Yeah.
And then you turn to begin to pamper your supposed killer.
Accused.
You know, it is
So, sir,
monstrous.
over to you.
Thank you
We
so
have
much.
questions.
I think it's barrage of question from all of us on the table. And I want to first of all start saying that police is indeed your friend. We are more than a friend now. We are your partner in everything you do. And any organization that is subject to public opinion will definitely suffer what police is suffering. And we try to grapple with this responsibility over the year to continually retrain our personnel in the behavior expected of them and ensure that they behave better. And they have been doing all the best to ensure that better. But bad behavior or corrupt tendency or any shortcoming that you see in anywhere is not institutional, it's personal. It's a personal thing. And we've done our best in every regard with the current Inspector General of Police on board. I think it's part of what he has read out yesterday. I appreciate my colleague for congratulating him, IGP Riwan Olatunji Disu, for being appointed by Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as the new Inspector General of Police. And a lot of changes are going to be witnessed in this new dispensation. But why I started that is a personal thing is that if you want me to treat the question as being specific, then I need to know where does it happen. But since you didn't say, okay, this is the specific area that it has happened, then I'll treat it generally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That-
Because
so-
I think this happens
That's
across
true.
Nigeria.
So if we are,
situation.
because in Nigeria, you know, quite a lot of things are embedded in hearsay. Mr. A told Mr. B, Mr. B told Mr. C, Mr. C told Mr. D, and it goes round without enough evidence on ground to be able to be able to back it up.
Yeah.
So, but where an officer go out of his way to engage in any wrongdoing, we ensure that prompt disciplinary action are taken to serve as deterrent to other. But for the instance that you have mentioned, that a victim of crime, for example, somebody have strayed into your house or maybe must have gained entrance through use of force,
Yes, sir.
and about to strangulate you, and the neighbor came and assisted you, subdue him. In the process of subdue him, they have to use some maximum force to the extent that maybe the guy cannot even breathe properly again, and he need medical help. That is where the state comes in. You don't have responsibility to be the one to treat such a suspect. It's the police responsibility to take such a suspect to a government hospital.
Because it's in
where-
self-defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, when you begin to talk about self-defense, is another issue
Yeah.
of investigation.
Yeah.
Because if somebody entered to your house to commit crime or whatsoever he has done, and he died in your house in the process, police will still investigate, because
Of course.
any death of any Nigerian must be properly investigated. There must be autopsy. There must be proper thing done by the homicide section to ensure that when we get to court, to say, okay, this is what has happened. So in doing this, you don't need to suffer any inconveniences. In as much as you have gotten to the police station and you have tabled what has happened, and once they take him to hospital, then they come back because life first. Even if somebody have committed a crime, he doesn't deserve to die. It is only the court that can pronounce that so person has been convicted of so offense and deserves to die, maybe by hanging or by otherwise. So we now go, because you don't erase the evidence of the crime, so that the police will now go to the scene to be able to extract the evidence, because investigation must be thorough. And investigation is nothing like magic. Investigation is a scientific approach to put the suspect at the scene of crime. To say, okay, this is what the person have done. But when you are talking of the process of handling it, because nothing is an offense under the law, except what the law stated to be an offense. And the law stating the offense will only state the procedure for which an offender should be handled. Because everybody, the status of our law is that everybody is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. And you can't prove somebody guilty at the level of the police. You can discover that the person is culpable. Culpable in the sense that, oh, you've narrowed down because of prima facie evidences, because of statements that have been made, because of eyewitnesses, that you have a good case that can stand this, a good case that can stand test of trial in court. So, and you ensure that such a suspect is taken through the process. Now they call them defendant. But the issue of now asking the woman to pay the cost.
Yes, I think that's what
And to take her from the court
Exactly.
to the prison.
To
Yes.
take to prison, not prison.
I
No,
mean jail.
when you talk of
So okay, so let me let me paint one picture on that,
Okay.
right? The whole process you just described happened, right? They took him to court. He was found guilty
in court.
in court.
Yes.
The police called her that she should drive her car to take him to Ikoyi prison.
That's where it is very unbelievable. Because in prison, no, it's quite, that is an exaggeration. And completely dumping that. No, this is the process.
Are we saying it didn't happen?
No.
No,
It
but
doesn't.
you see,
No,
the
it
thing
doesn't
is you have to
happen.
provide
If
evidence.
let me finish.
I need you to
yes,
say
that's
where
where I'm
this thing
going.
happened.
That's where
No,
I'm-
Brian,
So
that's where I'm going.
okay.
Let me give an example. Even if you don't provide where it has happened, in the criminal justice system,
Yeah.
the police is the executive, because everything starts from us.
Yeah.
If you slap your neighbor, it's the police that see it first. If you commit domestic violence at home, it's police that hear it first. The court will listen to the secondary evidence or hearing of the matter. Then, in the same criminal justice system where you have the police as the executive, you have the court, then you have the prison service, then you have the Ministry of Justice. So the prison is the rest for every court. No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Is unbelievable.
No, sir, okay,
If somebody,
okay,
let me round it.
I
Let me
need to
round
come
it.
in here
No,
as the
in every court.
as the moderator.
No. The correctional. Let me round up. Let me round up. I plead with you to let me round up.
because
So in every
I want
court,
to have this information.
yes,
for you,
that's what I'm going. No. You can say it later.
Okay.
In every court, there are correctional service personnel.
Okay.
In every court, once somebody is remanded to prison custody or somebody is jailed, they take over from there. The woman will not have contact whatsoever with the.
That's under
No. Nobody will risk it. Somebody that been remanded to prison custody will now be allowed to
take your offender to jail by herself.
Who is going to accept? No, which correctional service?
No,
will
Brian, we need to
accept
follow
her?
this thing
We
together.
need to investigate.
I'm going to-
But it's not
to be honest, I'm
Sorry. I'm going to say two things, right? First, this is real. There is, to protect the victim because she's gone through a lot. I'm not going to put her on the
What did
stand.
happen in Lagos? Because you said Ikoyi prison. Hold on.
Exactly. So yeah, it happened in Lagos. That's one. Okay, that's one. Two.
No, don't.
Personal experience, and I said it during the last last monologue.
Yeah.
Armed robbers. Those guys that come and take out your lights on your gate and stuff like that. Or they call them babambola or whatever they call them. These guys came, took my stuff from my house. They brought the light, they caught him, they beat him up. I came out and I stopped them from beating him. And I said, take him to the police station. They got to the police station and they called me and said that the police said they will not accept him. This is me.
Okay.
They will not accept him until I take him to the hospital. And I'm like, let him go.
Okay.
That was it. I said, let him go. If you don't want to, I'm not going to do that. That's not my job. Let him go. Let me go into society and keep committing crimes. That's not my business. This is me. So how do we define that? This is me.
As a good citizen, sir, as a good citizen that you are,
yes,
it is good to follow the process of the law and ensure that.
And that requires me to take him to the hospital.
No. Wait, I'm not saying.
But you just said that he doesn't have to take him to the hospital.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
You need to go and find out because you are not there. Somebody, that's why I'm saying that.
I spoke with the police officer. I spoke with the police officer and they
No.
Right, hold on.
Okay,
sir, I was about asking this
you
question.
are a victim.
Why do they say we must go and get police report before treatment in the hospital? This thing happens every day.
You are
in
bringing
Nigeria.
a lot of. Let's take it one after the other.
Okay.
Somebody called you.
Yes.
You don't know the identity of the person that called you. You don't know who called you. So as a good citizen that you are, which police station have they said so? And as a media practitioner, possibly at a public figure, you go to that station and see the person that said they should take to the hospital because it's the responsibility of the state. No. Let me feel like. But you need to verify. You need to verify.
The first step of solving the problem is acknowledging that there's one.
No.
And if we don't know that this is the problem, this is happening.
We'll get to that.
This is real.
We'll get to
and if you don't acknowledge that this is the problem,
we are going to get to that.
I will not be traumatized.
Okay, gentlemen and ladies, please. I need to come in at this point.
What you need to know is that Nigerians are actually wary of going to the police station because you can get to the police station and get into trouble by being there. Let me give an example.
Nigerians should not be worried. This is your own police. People who are in I want you to feel like that. People who are wearing the police uniform are Nigerians like you. But even positioning me in the center of the four of you show friendship and partnership. Yes, so that's to even tell you the pressure. It shows that you have confidence, you have trust, you are safe. You have the trust, you have the confidence, and you have the peace of mind. The commissioner of police, a police officer.
Yes.
Because I'm a police officer,
yes.
Whatsoever is the rank that I'm wearing,
yes.
I'm a police officer first. Yes. So you have confidence in me, and that is what friendship entails. Friendship entails collaboration, yes. Cooperation, assist each other.
Friendship entails trust.
Trust, yes.
Thank you very much.
We have
to be mindful of our time. We still have a lot to unpack, but thank you very much to all our distinguished panelists. Now is where we open the conversation to our studio audience and our viewers who have one or two things to chip in. Beautiful and brilliant discussion so far, and I was thinking it would get heated in the second round, but wow, it's what it is. But we would like to start by honoring our special guest, a former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fatai Owosheni. He's seen things from the inside, is now on the outside. It would be nice to get his view on this discussion so far. Mr. Owosheni, please.
I would say what I'm going to say now is the same thing I would say when I was in service. I agreed with you. The scenario you presented could happen. What I should let Nigerians know is that the police itself is a victim. The police deserve sympathy. The scenario you've presented, the case of the woman, for example, the issue that we are dragging as to whether the police said it should bring money to be taken to prison. If the case is not completed and is an awaiting trial case, we have a situation in the country. There is no point denying that when the magistrate sits and say this case is adjourned and this guy is going to be remanded in the prison, the correctional facilities don't have a vehicle. The victim is the police, because the correctional facility guy and the court will tell the prosecutor, how do we get this person to the prison, to the correctional facility to go and be remanded? And that is where you put the poor policeman in trouble. He has no choice other than to tell the complainant to say that the correctional facility officer says there is no vehicle. That is why I say it's a victim. It is not about him. If the state does not provide, policing is cultural thing. The police will reflect the culture and the society. Even the Babambola thing that you said, we have a system in the criminal justice administration that if a suspect is beaten, I have been in a situation where, as Commissioner of Police in Lagos, I had to use 2 million naira to treat a suspect before we can take him to court. Because in the court, they will not take it, they will not take the suspect from you. And the poor policeman is put on the spot. What the police deserve is pity. The police don't have the hospital. Even if the police take that suspect to the hospital, they will not treat that suspect unless someone brings money. Is this someone that is paid a pittance that will use his salary to buy the drugs? Is it someone that is paid a pittance that will bring a vehicle to go and take a criminal? As Commissioner of Police in Lagos, and I still continue to say it, yes, the government is changing things now. Where you have a situation in those days, things have improved a little bit. I would take Ikeja Police Division as an example, that has jurisdiction over more than 1 million people, and you are funding that police division with 30,000 naira in 3 months. Hell, where would you, what do you expect the police to do? I just finished an interaction. As of 1984 that I joined the police, my first posting was in Shagamu in 1985. We had lorries, we had Land Rovers. We deploy our policemen to beat. We will go and drop them at their beat. But you have a situation now where a poor policeman is posted to the house of a judge. He has to find his way to the place by riding Okada. So we must be ready to have a police. The government is trying. The present government is trying. But what makes the police here to be different is the wherewithal you give them. And you cannot separate our culture. Our culture is such that, pauperize the police. An average policeman has been demeaned completely. He has been made to look like a beggar. He has to buy his uniforms. He has to buy everything. When we joined the police, they were providing, as an officer from the rank of inspector and above, yes, you will buy your uniform, but it's subsidized from UK, mother fair shoes and everything. But no one is doing that now. The government has been trying to see how they can help this. It retires to poverty as well. So what are you talking about? Nigerians need to sympathize with the police. The whole criminal justice administration, the whole security sector has to be reformed holistically. So if one is reformed, the other is not reformed. A situation where the correctional facility officer will tell you that he has no black Maria or green Maria to take the convicted criminal to the prison. And in the process, the criminal may even escape. So you are left, the police carry the burden of the society. That is the angle I want Nigerians to see it. That is not to say that there are no bad eggs. Every institution has bad eggs. But the situation the police has found himself, an average policeman, please pity him. It is not his fault once it is not provided. We worked with the United Nations. We know what we met on the ground. So the wherewithal must be provided for the police to perform. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you. I need to ask and understand why we have, I do understand that we should pity some policemen, but the ones that are working with the so-called VVIPs, I need to understand why they are deployed to people's homes. My neighbor has about 3 or 4 of them next door. And on the 1st of April, I had an armed robbery in my house. They came through them, the footprints were there. So this is not a hearsay story. This is what happened to Ronke Adeniyi. They came through them. These people came around midnight. I had cooked soup that day. They ate, they smoked, they packed my house, they left my house, went to my school, packed all the laptops, packed everything. And were policemen next door. They came with cars, they packed everything. And they're my friends. They packed everything. They left about 6 a.m. in the morning. As soon as the last car drove off, we started hearing, boom, 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 boom. As soon, I'm not even sure it was a second after those people left. These policemen, these 4 men next door, started to shoot. The police are not our friends. This is just one story of many. Thank you.